Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Sparkle, who's doing an In This Room interview with MadamNoire. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yes, let us go ahead and get into this, you guys. I hope you like it.
Hi, it's Sparkle, and you're watching In This Room on MadamNoire. The documentary was good, and it gave a lot of information I didn't even know. But a few things that I particularly wanted to expound upon was the fact that I didn't leave my niece in the studio by herself.
Well, tell me something, Sparkle, because I didn't know what to think. I thought you just left her up in there by herself. I'm glad you telling me the tea.
Immediately got on the phone with my sister. What y'all doing? Why is she down here by herself? And then maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, my brother-in-law was walking in the door.
Well, I'm so glad that you loved your niece enough to check that situation, and for them to even think that she was safe down there is beyond me.
So I never, ever left my niece alone, anywhere.
Thank you so much, Sparkle, for clearing that up. I really do appreciate it, girl, because I was just like, I know that wasn't in your character because you care about her too much. You always calling around, cussing people out because they leaving her alone. And, I didn't know what to think. But I'm so glad that I found this so I could react to this for my page so we could just get some things cleared up because I don't want to be dishing out no fake news.
Another piece was left out actually, is that I just introduced my niece to Robert, which was not true. Yes, I did introduce her, but I introduced a bevy of family to him. I introduced her correctly. Her parents came, and that's how the introduction happened. Like I stated, I introduced most of my family to Robert because we're a musical family. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, Sparkle, because if someone was talking about signing me and taking me to a record label, then I'm finna try to bring whoever I can bring. You got a talent, we all got a talent in this bitch. Yeah, we all finna get rich. I understand.
So, my niece was a dope rapper at the time. My other nieces and nephews that I introduced him to also, they had great success overseas. My brother-in-law, who I introduced him to, which was my niece on the tape's father, he plays guitar, dope guitarist. I begged Robert to give him, a try. He did, and he's on many of his CDs now.
And why do I feel like your whole family got on and everybody is placed where they're supposed to be placed and everybody seems like they got what they wanted to get and you lost at the end of it all? Like, I feel like that's so unfair because if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have never even met him in order to even be in the position in their lives. And the fact that they tried to shun you out just makes me angry.
Drea situation, where it's ex-wife, the situation where I speak about, I hear somebody knocking. And, he does a, come on, she peeps out and says, can I come get something to eat? She's coming down the stairs. And I am staring at Robert like, how dare you? You are a piece of work. He felt me because he kept looking at TV, right? But when he felt it, he looked over at me and he just started.
The fact that nigga thought that it was even funny enough to laugh about, like, that's not funny and it ain't cute. Ooh, he just gets on my nerves. I can't stand him.
And I was like, nigga, that shit ain't funny. And I said those words to him, and I said, how dare you?
Sparkle, I would have said the same shit. Probably slapped the nigga upside his damn head. I bet you don't think that's funny. Shit. And the fact that he thinks that it's cute and that people want him. Ew.
89, I met Robert. A girlfriend of mine took me down to the studio, and she wanted me to sing for him. I didn't sing that particular time.
I hope you cut her ass off, hell. That homegirl that introduced you to him, since she like introducing people to pedophiles and shit and ruining people's lives. If it wasn't for her, you would have never even known him and your family would have never even gotten introduced to him and none of this would have even happened.
I want to say 97 is the year I introduced my niece to him. There was a hiccup. And the hiccup was I had a boyfriend. Robert didn't want me to have a boyfriend. Robert liked me, of course, and I wasn't giving in to his advances toward me.
You know, that made him feel some type of way. He was mad because he can't get you. And he like, damn, I'm R.Kelly and I can't get her. That pissed him off. He probably had a vendetta against you from the day you said you wouldn't mess with that nigga. He been trying to get you to drop your boyfriend and stuff, trying to get into your personal life. Ooh, just sound like an intruder.
You know, he was a handsome guy, but I wouldn't go there. You know what I mean? And it was just something about him too. There was a situation where Robert had told me that he was taking only me to Interscope Records and not the other acts that they would be staying on Jive Records. So now I told someone about this, and that person went back and told Robert I told. Then the fact that I had a boyfriend, he didn't want me to have a boyfriend. This all played into his insecurity, and he decided to take my deal away from me.
He thought that was going to make you drop everything and want to, oh, Rob, don't do me like that. Let me have Interscope. I'll act better. I'll drop my Nick. That's what he thought that you was going to do. That's what he thought you was going to do, Sparkle. You showed him a thing or two, didn't you?
This went on for some months. We didn't speak. He didn't call. I didn't call him. Then a meeting was to take place to get us back into good graces. And I'm certain it was probably something to do with Interscope Records because they had spent out a pretty penny on me. You know, I had done the Be Careful video already. The promotions and stuff had kind of started.
That makes sense. So I understand they're trying to get y'all back in cahoots because we spending money on you by now. So this is really a business matter and y'all being petty by making it personal. So we're finna get y'all on in his office and y'all gonna squash this so we can make some money.
So they would be losing money if he were to do this. We met at a hotel near the O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Barry Hankerson, which was his manager at the time, Robert, me, and I wanted my parents to come with me. Then my sister with the girl in the tape and my brother-in-law also came because now they're like this. They thick as thieves right now.
I feel like R.Kelly might have only had them there to bother you because it doesn't sound to me like it was any reason for them to even be there if it was a business meeting with Interscope Records about your album. Like, that just sounds like, ooh, so crazy.
Robert did speak some. What he said out of his mouth next, he stated to my parents, you know, your daughter's so fine, I jerk off just looking at her.
Oh my God, you lying. He did not say that to your parents in a meeting in front of white folks and they didn't do nothing? Oh no. I swear I would have reached across that table and clawed that nigga in his face. What is wrong with him?
To my mom and my dad. My mom and my dad, you know what I mean? Do you know how I felt at that moment? That happened. We left the meeting. I was appalled. My dad spoke some words to me, which I won't repeat, but I should have listened to him.
I can definitely imagine what your dad said, and I'm just upset with you that you didn't listen to what he was talking about.
99 happened. And I was starting to work on my second album. I asked to be released from him in 99 because it wasn't a happy place trying to insert himself in my personal life, and I wasn't cool with that. He finally granted me the release, and then I went on to Motown. So I had nothing to do with him from that point on.
Okay, so by this time, you're not in the picture no more, so whatever they's doing, you don't know nothing about. Okay.
Mid 2001, I get a phone call, two actually, from two separate people in Robert's camp. Yo, you need to, what's up? Your niece is down here by herself. Something don't look right, something not right. You need to check this out. I called my sister and I screamed at her like, what you on? You know, what's going on? I'm hearing rumblings that my niece is down there by herself.
The fact that you had to keep calling them and doing welfare checks and stuff, what's really going on?
what's up? She was like, oh no, everything is cool, nothing is going on, just oblivious, naive, or whatever she is.
She look like she don't know what direction to go if her husband ain't telling her. She look like she just be with the shits. Anything anybody want to do.
At this point. What I did next was, I myself, along with two of my girlfriends, called the Department of Children and Family Services.
Say what? Girl. Now in this situation, I can understand in this situation, but normally, Sparkle, us black people don't be calling them white folks. We don't be putting the white folks in our business. We don't be calling CPS or calling the laws, but I can understand why you did it.
Now, this is before the tape even surfaced, or me even knowing anything about a tape. I called them because I wanted them to check some stuff out. They came out to my parents' house. They spoke to my sister-in-law, my sister and my brother-in-law, and my niece. And my brother-in-law stated to them, oh, nothing is going on. No, because if anything was going on, I would deal with him.
Now, honestly, Sparkle, you should have asked him, what is your fat ass gonna do? What is you gonna do? What is you gonna do? Nothing. You not gonna do a damn thing because he funding your whole lifestyle. You ain't gonna say nothing because you don't want to mess up what you got. Of
course, they felt that I'm the culprit. I did that deed. I called that number and had them investigated, So now they've taken a back seat and I'm not included on anything. If I enter the room, it's crickets.
At this point, the way I'm set up, I wouldn't even be caring that they my family no more because look, the way that y'all treated me and all I done did is be good to y'all and y'all sitting up here treating me like an outsider because I'm worried about my niece's safety. This is too much. I would out all their business. I wouldn't keep not a secret. Anybody who want to pay me to come be on their show to talk about them, I'm there.
You know what I mean? Late 2001, probably September-ish, my family had a bowling party, and I end up going to it. And guess who's there?
You bet not say it. You bet not say it. Don't you say it. Don't say it.
Robert.
No, Sparkle, no. Is they trying to replace you with him or something? So now he get to come to the family barbecues and I'm the outcast? But oh, no. Y'all letting this predator... Oh, no.
So we did have a few words, and he was like, yo, we still family, yeah, here go my number. Won't you call me? You can come down to the studio. It's still what it is.
I would have slapped him, Sparkle. That was your chance to slap him. His crusty ass, he was too close. You should have slapped his ass.
I ain't call him.
Good. Don't.
I ain't go to no studio.
Fantastic.
I ended up leaving very quickly.